Hey guys, what's up? Mr. Surplus Nut bringing a video on trimming your rifle cases. And basically I'm redoing this video because originally I did it. If you check out my videos, which I think it has like about 14, 15, maybe a little more parts on reloading, I try to cover everything on those videos. And the only one that it's missing, if you follow the sequence of the numbers of the different parts, is the one on trimming the cases. And it was because I went over 15 minutes, so they actually declined it, or they didn't let me upload it. It wouldn't upload. So basically we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of trimming on this video, just to show you guys how important it is. Everything on reloading and the type of groups you get and everything, besides having good reloading equipment, good components, it's gonna be on your case. Your case is actually one of the main things of the whole cartridge. Okay, so basically I'm gonna be using the Winchester 308 cases. I have reloaded the Normas and the case and the Lapuas that I've had so many times that I've lost count, and my groups are starting to suffer a little bit. And some rounds I have problems closing the bolt. So I mean, I have annealed the shoulder and everything. It's just time for me to just throw those in the garbage and actually go for new cases. Right now I didn't want to spend the money on the Normas and Lapuas. They're really expensive. I think like 50 of them. It's like $80 or something like that. But anyways, I have reloaded in the past the Remingtons, and I had good results with those. They were out of the Remingtons when I went to Bass Pro Shops over here in my area. So they had the Winchesters. They were a little bit more, a little bit cheaper. So I decided to buy the Winchester. I bought like I think they had a pack of 50 for like about $21. So I purchased 150 of them. I went ahead and I got them all ready, like you guys see them here on the reloading block, and I have already trimmed 50 of them. Okay, I already did 50 of them. So hopefully I'll get some pretty good groups with these. I mean, I might not be able to reload them as much as the Normas and the Lapuas, but I mean, for the price, man, you know what it is to pay $21 for 50 cases? I think for like 60 bucks, they're about 150. If I get to resize these, even though I don't resize the case, I only put it through that Reddings body die, which it bumps the shoulder back to its regular spec, and I only resize the neck. Okay, so once these are brand new, so I'm gonna be shooting these, and I'm gonna be fire forming these. If you guys are new to that term, that's when you first shoot them for the first time. The case is gonna expand, and it's gonna take on the shape of your chamber of your rifle. That is called fire forming. Once you reload them for the second time, you should improve your accuracy a little bit, okay, because the case has been expanded already. So once that powder, you shoot it for the second time, and that powder ignites from the ignition of the primer, and the powder ignites and it expands, all that effort and pressure, it's gonna go just on shooting the bullet through your barrel, or out of the case, instead of having to expand the case, okay, and letting out the bullet out of the neck of the case, okay, because what's going to happen is once you fire form it, it's going to expand to the measurement of your chamber. So once that powder ignites and it expands, it got nowhere to go. Your case is stretched out already. It's hitting, you know, really tight as the form and shape of your chamber. So all that energy, it's just gonna go on releasing the bullet. So that is called fire forming, and that will take place when you shoot your cases once you reload them on the first time. From there on, they are already fire formed to your specific chamber on your rifle. If you try to maybe reload them without full length resizing them, and you try to put it in another chamber, another rifle, even though it's the same caliber, it might not fit, or you might have problem closing, chambering your bolt, or closing down your bolt, and you know, you can have you know, problems with that. So basically, once you reload a case, and it's a brand new case for the first time, and you fire form it to your specific chamber, you should just stay with those numbers of cases for that specific rifle. Basically, yes, it will, on the second time around, you should get a little bit, improve your accuracy a little bit. And like I said, normally on my second time around, I only you know, resize the neck, and I only do 40 thousandths. I don't do the whole neck because that gives you a lot of runouts. I only do, like, if you were to check it out on a measuring tape or a ruler, it's like about, I think it's like 1/16 of an inch, or maybe 2. I think it's just 1. So on the caliper, it's really small. It's 40 thousandths. And basically, I use this Redding body die that once you use that, all it does is it bumps the shoulder back to specs. It doesn't touch the neck, and also it doesn't you know, do anything to the neck. So right now we're gonna be using, like I said, this Winchesters. I have 150 of these. I already trimmed down 50. And the only thing with Winchesters and Remingtons, and maybe, you know, little cheaper cases, is that you might have to rework them a little bit. What do I mean by reworking? Okay, you're gonna have to a lot of the time, the primer or the ignition hole, okay, they're not prepped up at the factory. They're just stamped, and you know, they make the little hole like that, so it leaves a little bit of a burr on the inside. So you need to get a deburring tool, okay, a deburring tool, a flash hole, that's the word for it, the flash hole, that little hole there where the ignition of the primer goes in and ignites the powder, that's called a flash hole. So on cheaper cases, you have to get a flash hole deburring tool. Okay, I bought this from Lehman. Lehman makes pretty good equipment. I already adjusted it. This thing comes, you know, this is one that I think you can use for pistol and rifle cases. Not so much sure about the caliber, but I did pick it up for a 308, and it's worked great. And I have it already set up right there for a 308 caliber. It'll go inside. Okay, it'll go inside. Let me see if I can get it to work here. There you go. Inside the flash hole, you can see it right there, the tip. And then this cone, it ends up at the neck of your case. Okay, you want to do this, remember, you want to do this due to this cone here spinning inside your neck. You want to do this before you resize your neck, or if you're going to full length resize your case. Once you do the neck, and you basically, once you, I've seen guys that they go ahead and they resize the whole case, and once you resize the whole case, your neck, it's already been resized, ready to put the bullet in it. And then right after that, I see them putting all the cases in the tumbler with the media to clean it. Man, all that stuff is just going around, bouncing all your edges, and it's going to take it out of circumference, and it's going to give you a run out. But once you I never full length resize my cases. But if you do, once you do that, once you run this case up into that full length resizing die, it's gonna come out with your neck already ready to go. Right after that, you should be able only to put the primer in it. Okay, put the primer in it, put powder, and put the bullet. If you're gonna do anything else to it, you're really messing up your reloading. Okay, so once I resize my neck, I make sure that the other thing I do is I primer my cases, put the primer on it, and put powder and seat the bullets. Because once I do the neck, that's it, I'm done. So you don't want to resize it, you know, resize your cases and then start freaking deburring. You want to do your case prep before anything, all that. So you bought, you know, I bought this Lehman flash hole deburring tool. I did all of them. I got some stuff out of it from the inside, so you do need to do it. They're not really completely you know, done for you at the factory. So once you start using this flash hole deburring tool, you're gonna see that you will be deburring it and taking some burrs out of it. Okay, so they all 150 have already been deburred and you know, prepped up. Another thing that you need to do, which I have here, but I put it on my drill, is it's a Reddings, and I bought the I have the little green handle for it. It's like a little green screwdriver handle, but I bought the little adapter to put it on the drill. It's a lot faster. Is a primer pocket uniformer. This is the good one from Reddings. It's got the carbide cutting little blades, which it'll last a long time, and this goes in the bottom of your case. Okay, and it guarantees that the pocket, your primer pocket, is to specs the proper length and depth, and it's flat, you know, really nice. So you, by these two things here, you can go ahead and buy the Winchester, the Remingtons, and by having these two things here, the flash hole deburring tool and the flash hole uniformer, you should be fine with these cases. You don't really, these are the only two things that by saving money on cheaper cases, you will have to rework them a little bit. And this is what I mean by reworking. You have to I would recommend to uniform your primer pocket and deburr the flash hole, and this goes in the inside of the case. Alright, so we'll come back to this and we'll continue. We'll be right back.